The Children's Bible, 2 Kings 11, The Crowning of Joash. When Athaliah of Judah saw that her son Ahaziah was dead, she caused all the royal children to be put to death. But Jehosheba, the wife of Jehoiada, the high priest, rescued Joash, the son of Ahaziah, by hiding him and his nurse in the sleeping apartment, so that he was not killed. The boy was concealed for 6 years in the house of the Lord, with Jehosheba and Jehoiada, while Queen Athaliah reigned in Judah. In the 7th year, Jehoiada fetched all the rulers and the chief captains, and brought them to the house of the Lord, and made a covenant with them. They swore a solemn oath to him, and he brought them the king's son, saying, "This is the thing you shall do. A third of your number shall come into the house of the Lord on the Sabbath, and keep watch over the king's son. A third shall be at the gates of Sur, and a third at the gate behind the guard, so that the house of the Lord will be safely guarded. The 2 companies will go off duty on the Sabbath, will also join in keeping the watch of the house of the Lord. You shall guard the king by surrounding him, each man with his sword in hand. If anyone comes within the precincts, he shall be killed. You shall remain with the king both when he comes in and when he goes out." The captains did as they were commanded, and Jehoiada gave them King David's spears and shields, which were in the temple. The guards stood fully armed throughout the temple, surrounding the king, and Jehoiada presented the young Joash to them and crowned him. They gave him the royal insignia and anointed him, and all the people clapped their hands and said, "God save the king!" When Athaliah heard the noise of the guard and the people, she came to the temple of the Lord. She looked in and saw the king standing by a pillar, as was the custom at a coronation, and the princes and the trumpeters beside him, and all the people rejoicing in the sound of the trumpets. Athaliah rent her clothes and cried, "Treason! Treason!" Jehoiada said to the captains of the host, "Take her out of the temple, and if anybody follows her, put him to death with a sword. She must not die within the precincts of the house of the Lord." So they seized her, and took her on the road by which horses approached the palace, and there she was killed. Jehoiada made a covenant between the Lord and the people and the king, that they should all be the Lord's people. And the people of the land went into the house of Baal and broke it down. They smashed its altars and its images, and they slew Mattan, the priest of Baal, before the altar. Joash came by way of the guard's gate from the house of the Lord to the king's house, and there he reigned under the name Jehoash.